Welcome to our channel. Today, we have the following news. The Prisoner of Beauty garners mixed reactions despite strong debut. Since its premiere on May 13th, The Prisoner of Beauty, starring Song Zu'er and Liu Yuning, has generated significant buzz across Chinese streaming platforms. On its debut day alone, the historical romance drama surpassed 20 million views and achieved a Tencent Heat Index score of over 28,000, a testament to its widespread anticipation and potential to become a major hit. However, despite the impressive metrics, the show has struggled to maintain momentum critically, with many media outlets and viewers voicing disappointment, especially in terms of its storytelling and character development. A promising start undone by a weak script. At first glance, The Prisoner of Beauty seemed to offer a fresh twist on the conventional historical romance. The opening 5 minutes of episode 1 smartly introduced a long-standing feud between the Wei and Qiao families, immediately immersing viewers in a world of political tension and emotional complexity. The arranged marriage between Qiao families Xiao Qiao and Wei Xiao from the rival faction added an unexpected twist, raising hopes for a plot driven by strategic confrontation and layered interpersonal conflict. The dynamic setup hinted at a departure from the source material's slower, more subdued tone, drawing in audiences who crave dramatic tension and high stakes. Unfortunately, the initial intrigue quickly gave way to formulaic romance tropes. Rather than capitalizing on the premise to craft a cerebral battle between two intelligent leads, the plot soon devolved into predictable marriage first, love later scenarios. While both Xiao Qiao and Wei Xiao were portrayed as sharp-minded and resourceful, the story failed to leverage their strengths in meaningful ways. What could have been a compelling clash of wits turned into a drawn-out emotional entanglement lacking originality or depth. Xiao Qiao, in particular, disappointed viewers who had been drawn in by her early characterization as a bold and capable heroine. Instead of evolving into a strategist navigating love and war, she was increasingly portrayed as passive and emotionally reliant on her husband. This regression sparked frustration among fans, especially those who had hoped for a more empowered female lead reflecting modern values. Outdated tropes in a changing genre landscape. The show's narrative missteps highlight a broader issue plaguing many historical romance dramas in recent years, a reliance on outdated formulas that no longer resonate with contemporary audiences. Today's viewers, particularly younger demographics, seek more than just beautiful cinematography and saccharine love stories. They are looking for compelling characters who embody strength and autonomy, and narratives that emphasize equality and intellectual partnership. In the current cultural climate where feminism and rational love are gaining traction, traditional tropes like hero saves beauty or passive female leads feel increasingly out of touch. Audiences want to see couples supporting each other as equals, facing challenges side by side rather than relying on one-sided savior dynamics. The Prisoner of Beauty, despite its initial promise, fails to break new ground in this regard, relying heavily on sweet moments and romantic cliches instead of exploring the complex emotional or political terrain that its setting could offer. Lead performances leave viewers divided. Compounding the show's structural weaknesses is the inconsistent performance of its lead actors. Song Zu'er, while known for her youthful charm and growing popularity, has yet to fully convince critics of her acting range. Her portrayal of Xiao Qiao fluctuates between moments of emotional sincerity and awkward stiffness. Particularly in scenes shared with veteran actors, such as those involving Wei Xiao's grandmother, Song Zu'er's inexperience becomes more apparent. Critics have noted her unfocused gaze and a tendency toward overly dreamy expressions, likening some of her reactions to those generated by artificial intelligence. That said, not all is lost in her performance. Song Zu'er shines more in scenes involving secondary characters, where her emotional responses feel more grounded. For example, moments in which she helps her sister elope or bids farewell to her family carry a natural tenderness that has resonated with some viewers. These glimpses suggest potential that remains underutilized due to the limitations of the script and direction. Liu Yuning, on the other hand, has faced even harsher critiques. While his dialogue delivery has improved since earlier roles, his portrayal of Wei Xiao lacks the emotional nuance necessary to elevate the character. Wei Xiao is meant to be a commanding figure with a stoic exterior hiding a deep well of emotion, but Liu Yuning's performance struggles to strike that balance. His expressions remain rigid, and his signature crooked smile, meant to convey confidence or warmth, often reads as villainous instead. Moreover, Liu Yuning's physical appearance has also become a topic of online debate. Heavy makeup, combined with post-production filters, make some of his close-up shots appear overly processed. For an audience that increasingly values authenticity, these visual choices further detract from the emotional resonance of his character. Conclusion: commercial success isn't everything. While The Prisoner of Beauty continues to perform decently in terms of viewership and online discussion, it's clear that critical reception has not matched commercial enthusiasm. The drama's reliance on well-worn tropes, lack of narrative innovation, and uneven acting performances suggest that popularity alone isn't enough to guarantee lasting impact. If The Prisoner of Beauty hopes to sustain its momentum and become more than just another forgettable period romance, its creators would do well to listen to viewer feedback and seek deeper, more authentic storytelling in future projects. The audience is ready for historical dramas that reflect modern values without sacrificing emotional depth or narrative sophistication.